Hello, my friends, and welcome to another video from your friendly team at seemycampsite.com. I'm Bobby Macy, and today we are at Lower Calf Creek Falls in southern Utah. The way that you get here is really cool. You can actually take I-15 southbound from Salt Lake City, or if you were already in southern Utah or Las Vegas, it would be I-15 north, and then you can cut off toward Bryce Canyon National Park and take Highway 12 here, or you can cut down off of Scipio, that's S-C-I-P-I-O. You go down toward Capitol Reef, eventually connect with Highway 12, and then go down to Boulder, Utah. Boulder is a very small town. I saw one grocery store. There's a couple of inns if you don't want to camp, but you're just on the road. Highway 12 is arguably the most beautiful and scenic drive in Utah. So if you can connect Capitol Reef National Park and Bryce Canyon National Park and hit the Grand Escalante National Monument, or some people say Grand Escalante, you decide. Look, you're not going to have bad views. In fact, there is a spot right behind me on Highway 12, about a mile from here, that is absolutely phenomenal. Drop-offs on either side, gorgeous red rock, white rock. It is like something out of a movie, and you're probably seeing it now on screen. Okay, but I'm here to not only tell you what you can do in this area, of course I'm here to show you the campsites, but before we do that, let's talk through what's available here. You have a ginormous picnic area with a grill where you could host a group setting. There is some shade here when the trees are fully in bloom. Now, we're filming this at the end of March. Temperatures are really nice. Not everything has bloomed yet. We're about mid-bloom right now. Lower Calf Creek Falls is actually known for the hike itself. It's a 3 mile in, 3 mile out, so 6 mile loop, mostly sandy and flat. There is some shade on the hike. However, it leads to a 126-foot vertical waterfall with a pool and swimming area and a little beachfront property there. Oh my. It is absolutely gorgeous, kind of tough for young kids, but amazing for families or people who like to recreate. You can bring pets here, but they need to be on a leash, and everything in this area, including the campground, pack in, pack out. You're not gonna find trash cans here. You're not gonna find dumpsters. There's no fill and dump station. You don't have electrical. Everything is dry camping here. The stars are amazing here, as they are in many of the places that we film, because you're so remote, you don't have city noise or that light pollution. Okay, so let's talk about the campsites themselves for a minute. This is a first come, first served basis. When we actually pulled in here with our camper van, it said that the campground was full, and it said no host on duty. Now, we got here on a Sunday afternoon, and so I was thinking a lot of people have probably taken off by then. So even though it says it's full, if there's no host on duty, who's really monitoring whether it's full or not? So I drove back through the campground and we found 3 or 4 sites that were open. There are 17 sites total. The first 4 sites here are park in the parking lot, walk, and it's tent sites. These are tent sites, walk-in sites. The furthest one away is going to be about 50 yards from your car. This is a crowded area because this is the same parking lot that people use for the hike and to access that trailhead. Then, if you drive back toward the trailhead itself, you can access the other campsites. That would be campsites number 5 through 17. Some of them are tent sites. Some of them you could fit a small RV. Mostly what we're seeing here, though, are camper vans or trucks with camper shells on them. So the campsites here are not large. And in fact, there is a sign posted that says if your vehicle is more than 25 feet in length, so your trailer too, you're gonna have a really hard time turning around. I mean, it's not gonna be a 3-point turn, it's gonna be the 76-point turn, if you can even do it. So be mindful of that. One thing to note here is that you are not going to have cell service. So unless you have Starlink, don't plan on having any service. We have Starlink on our camper van, thanks to Vancraft, and I'm telling you right now, it's a game changer. And it works up to about 50 yards from your actual van. That's been really cool because we've still been able to send footage to folks, do a little bit of work, you name it. The months from March until, the fall time, it's gonna be hot here. There is quite a bit of shade at each individual campsite. However, you're gonna want your bug spray, you're gonna want your sunscreen. The creek that runs from the waterfall itself actually goes through a lot of these campgrounds, so you can go splash in it and play. Another important thing to note here is that there is one bathroom. It is a pit restroom, and it can get really crowded if all those campsites are full. So you might be waiting to take your turn. You got to pack in that water, pack it out, hand sanitizer, you name it. Basically, all you got there is a place to use the restroom and some toilet paper. One thing that my kids in particular have absolutely loved is that our campsite has a bunch of rocks right next to it. So they've been able to climb to their heart's desire and have fun. I mean, you gotta be careful, but at the same time, this is a kid's playground here, and they're going to love it. Let's show you those campsites. One thing that you will be excited about, and it is simple, but I'm really happy to see this update, and that is that box right there. Usually, when you camp at a place like this, you have to have cash. Not here. You can have cash and you can fill out the slip old school like we've been doing for years and years, but you can also use your card. It'll print off a little receipt. Like I said, campgrounds are first come, first serve, and you can just pin that right to your campground. They have a little hook that you can clip it to it to show that it's reserved for the dates you selected. You can also use this same payment station for the parking lot, because I believe they're going to charge you a couple bucks here just to park and do the hike itself. As of right now, I believe it's $5 a vehicle to park, but it's $15 a night to camp. There are a few stations around the camping area and by the parking lot where there's potable water. However, that water is not on until April. So April through the summer camping season, that water's on. As soon as you get into early spring, winter, and or late fall, that water's off. So just prepare accordingly. Hey, it is March 29th, 2026, and we just brought the family to Lower Calf Creek Falls. We have not done the hike yet, which is epic. I've done it, they haven't done it. However, we're camping at their campsite. This is a really cool place. We've got the Altera camper van from Vancraft, and we're all gonna sleep in there tonight and hang out, but check out our surroundings here. Let me show you Parker living his best life. Here he is.
What's up, y'all?
Chilling like a villain. Got a little fire pit over here.
I want the camera on me, not the fire pit.
Well, say something good then.
I like cheese.
He likes cheese. We were climbing up on those rocks a little bit earlier. Got a nice little tent pad here. So this is a first come, first serve site, and something for us, this is a little elevated, and you could really easily have the tent here in this space over here, and you're pretty secluded. Like, you're right up against the red rock. You got some neighbors that way and some neighbors across and some neighbors that way, but nobody's on top of each other. So noise would carry, and if you were loud at night, then yeah, you'd hear each other, but really you got some decent little privacy here for your family to hang out. Real nice. We're excited to be here.